Okay, so we are starting for the second game, and Benel Boy, you are seeing chat in the post game as well, the same as what they are saying in the game, and they are still in, so there's no problem with that. They just weren't saying anything anymore. So you're gonna be right now watching here. This is gonna be the original version of Sea of Worms. You might be used to Sea of Worms from RTS League, but in RTS League we are using different version. The one where we are starting with 4 towers, so the adjusted one without the fortress. This is gonna be the old school one, the original by Ensemble Studios. And therefore, of course, plenty of fishies in the middle. There's gonna be connection all the way onto the right side, and the fortress to begin with, to protect the gold mine here, as you can see. For both players, there's a gold mine somewhere behind it. Exactly. As the bear is already getting lured, and there's gold mine quite close by as well. Gold mine as well in there. I need to get rid of it as well. Away the fortress right now helping at least at the very start, and it's gonna be of course a bit of a gamble. Where the fishies are, there's gonna be a threesome on the right side. On the left side they are gonna be, no, it really depends how far away they are. Shouldn't be anything all that bad and like completely screwy hopefully. So 8 build in LOS, quite a nice one, definitely gonna be helpful all around. And this TC, no, it's kinda close. That is kind of close indeed in here. So that might be potentially in the water range. You're kind of looking at this one, that probably is going to be as well. I'm expecting this is definitely in the water range. This one to the top, I think it's really close. Gonna have to wait. Maybe it will Oxyballs, it will be in range in there. We're gonna be seeing a bit later. But anyway, a bit of extra hunt all the way to the bottom, potentially available for 50 Shades still. Otherwise, there's gonna be one piggy. There seems to be a second one just hidden there. Unless it's some kind of blob on my monitor, some kind of dirt. There's a secondary board somewhere here hidden. Well, not really entirely impossible, it's just gonna be some kind of dirt on my display, but whatever. That's gonna be an extra gold mine to the top side. So far we don't see that many extra gold mines for 50. It's only gonna be the one that is close by, which is probably gonna be enough, considering right now the position of this one, and in comparison with this TC, then it might be good enough. And it's gonna be second relic for better wall hit points. And I'm kinda thinking it actually was. Might be kinda alright. Because, no, it's gonna depend how the players approach it, but I'm definitely expecting a bit of walling to be coming forward, because yet again, you need to be protecting, for example, this path, so that you are not surprised all the way here. And on the back TC, potentially even getting stolen. And pretty much the same goes for Bubas. He will have to be protecting, for example, this gold mine, bit of wall in there, or there, however he wants. And in the middle, just there and there. Yeah, well, gonna be seen a bit later. But of course, on the original Sea of Worms, you're also gonna be seeing a little island in the corner. That's usually not present, or usually it's actually never present, if I remember correctly, on the RTS League version of Sea of Worms with the towers. And therefore, you are going to be having plenty of gold mines here as well. That's an importance of the island. Usually a lot of gold mines, also a bit of wood line if you are kind of missing it on the island, or on the mainland. So you can see there's not all that much of it. As the gods, they are going to be a bit different. You can see 50 Shades switch into Hades. So we are gonna be having a right proper Greek war. So far going for plenty villages on the wood, even continuing with the favor gathering. Is it a mistake or not? Not entirely certain right now. As this opponent is right now still continuing with the economy. Right now gonna be switching into the storehouse for the gold and still gathering plenty of food. As long as possible, gonna be having 8 villages on wood. This is gonna be about like 8 villages on the wood here as well. Oh well, yeah. That was a bad one. That would have been... It would have to be going all the way around. Unfortunately, there's also gonna be a bit of blockage. This one having a bit of a problem finding his way in there. Out of the position. But the second dock is definitely not gonna be all that bad. And he's advancing through what? Ares. And there's gonna be a ceasefire from the opponent. Alright. Alright. You can see Hippocampus already scouting plenty around the island. I'm right now seeing where the second docks and maybe even the third docks are gonna be coming forward. So far it's gonna be only 2. And the second one finished here. 1, 2, okay, quite far away from each other for both players. So they're going basically for efficiency on the water rather than anything else, as Ares is already in. And since this opponent is advancing slightly later, this Pestilence in the middle here, if he casts Pestilence here, he should be catching all three of them. So let's see how much of a knowledge 50Shades does have about that. Doesn't seem to be really heading there though. That's a bit of a missed opportunity. And it's gonna be way too late at this point. Basically, Pestilence is very much the best when you cast it before the very first boats are out, because then you can be just ravaging the economy for the 40 seconds and doing what you want, which is basically like a double blow to the enemy. So is he like coming forward? Nope. It almost seems to me that he actually doesn't want to use it against the dogs. That's gonna be a bit of a relic stealing right now by Bubas. Or is there going to be? So right about now, this spiny guy is in, and yep, he is gonna be casting it. He's gonna be... he cast it... like there. Somewhere between those... like about here. Yeah, it's spread to the left side. I was just kinda looking at it, that it didn't seem to be having it at first sight. But it may be spread there a bit later. As I said, if you cast it in the middle here, it's gonna be catching all of them. It's having a really huge span. And that's something that you need to be testing just to be sure. And have some kind of confidence in it, but it usually is that way. I'm thinking that once it is on the diagonal, it's a bit tricky. But the length, the width of the screen, on 10 or rather 1920, it certainly does catch all of the buildings. So if this has been cast at the very start, it would have been completely brutal. Right now it's gonna be still rather solid, but let's see if 50Shades is gonna be taking proper advantage out of that. He has been able to kill at least a few boats already. At least a few boats already at this point in there. So you're gonna be right now somewhere else, kinda looking what's going on here a bit. Let's gonna check on the economical upgrade. So far nothing in there. 450 for matreiuss. Nope. There. It's gonna be having Hendux. It's gonna be of course helping him quite immensely. The heroes right about now with the relics. One of them already dying, and Bube seems to be having quite a solid advantage right now with the numbers looking at the water. So it's gonna be a bit of a problem for 50Shades. He wasn't able to get any kind of extra bonus out of it, even through the Pestilence, unfortunately. And therefore, that's gonna be just a bit of a more bonus for Bubas the longer the game goes. But he still needs to be a bit careful, as the numbers don't have to be all that tragic. Quite nice kiting. You can see 50Shades falling for it at least a bit. Now Bubas is getting both of the relics from this game, and there is the extra gold mine all the way on the side of the map if you look at the minimap. That was the gold mine I was kinda looking for, if there's gonna be one. And no, he reasonably is. It is defensible, and it's going to be available for blue. But it really seems like it on the water he's not gonna be having any kind of good time. The wheat is not gonna be flowering from him there, or rather for him there, as we say in Czech. And therefore, well, you can see already upgrade onto the water economy, right prepared, but we need to be checking, for example, how's it looking with the other eco. He's gonna be gathering plenty of gold and switching into other resources, as he's even getting second TC already. But he's also quite aggressive, because he's already moving forward with everything that he has, apparently even archer range somewhere close by. Yeah, there it is. Because that's the same resources as for the boats. It kind of makes sense for him. As the sentinels are in, he's gonna be getting even the last one. And it seems to me that 50Shades is not exactly prepared for this quite early push into his land. There's of course quite a nice scouting by the Catastropos all the way to the back, just trying to control what is going to be happening with this TC on the water. The number is what? About now 12 to the RMS, 11 right about now for Bubas. He's still continuing with producing more. So it seems like the 50Shades is not exactly done with the water. Fortunately, he doesn't have Poseidon yet, so he's not gonna be reaping the benefits of potentially the water economy fully. The same as Bubas, as matreiuss is right about now getting second DC, and we of course booming a whole lot more. And that is a time where 50Shades should be thinking about it as well. Just gonna be kinda checking what's going on with potentially advances, and much more importantly, the resources for that. Yet again, we don't have the cool observer goodies from balance patch here on this map. 450 food for Bubas. And gold, kinda low. Better for 50Shades. So you need to be going back into the water in the midst of all this battle. There are gonna be some orcas just flying around. And that is actually a very good point. That is a very good point in there, Banner Boy. With the Poseidon. Yeah, this is actually not gonna be counting this game. Unfortunately, cannot tell them. But this is gonna be apparently resulting into a GG. That's a very good point. I completely and utterly missed that. So like... Unless he was going random, I don't think so. Yeah, let's gonna solve that. So I'm thinking this game is not gonna be counting, but it was fun anyway, wasn't it? Where is it? Where do we have that? Players choose their major god in every game. Players can choose any major god, civilization, a random civilization or random god as a major god, but can't choose a god they already played with in the current patch, or other match. So yeah. Yeah, they're just gonna be replaying it. So they're gonna be already coming forward. Well, yeah, that is a bit of fun. So this was just a bit of a preview of game number 2. So thank you very much for pointing it out. I completely forgot about that. Completely forgot about it, even though I stated the rules at the very beginning. It's an unusual rule on the tournament, so it's kinda used to players usually being able to do what they want as far as the choosing. So I'm gonna have to be used to it as well. I'm gonna have to get used to it as well. But in the meantime, Bubas actually played very well. It was a good game by him. 50Shades is gonna be getting a bit of rare. Maybe knowing a bit better how to approach the map. I'm thinking they're gonna be playing the same, I'm expecting. Just Bubas is probably gonna be switching into Hades as well, or something. Same amount of boats in the end. It's a bit better boom by Bubas. Probably a bit more fishing boats and then... A bit more fishing boats. This is the second TC jump into a steeper curve. But overall, the military working rather well even through the pestilence. So GG.